All right, today we have Eb and Grace visiting us on the chapters. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
So how has this been for your creativity? Have you writing, have you been able to do that fairly easily?
At first it was a little difficult, and I don't know if it's just because I didn't know, because it was so weird, when everything shut down, and then it was like, I don't know what to do with myself all day. And the kids at first, didn't have school.
Yeah.
And so the kids and I would stay up all night, watching TV, because it was just like, I couldn't get my brain to shut off. But of course I couldn't use that to write, because it was like, oh, I'll write, oh, squirrel, and
Yeah.
I was like, so like scattered. I thought I should be writing more, not less.
And I saw that you've written 26 books, is that right?
Yes.
That's amazing. I mean,
yeah,
that's really awesome. And I mean,
Thank
how many
you.
of those did you do during the pandemic or in this past 11 months?
Let's see, I think like maybe 6.
Wow.
6 or
Wow.
7, but they've all been like shorter stories, because I've been, doing projects in like other authors' worlds. And then I just released one that was part of, I believe there were 12 of us authors, and we each released a book a different day. And so, where our characters kind of tied together, but it was all in the same town. But yeah, so they were on the shorter side. So now
Yeah.
the one I'm working on now, it's like, okay, wait, I can't rush this, because I'd actually like it to be a full-length novel instead of something shorter. But
Right. Well, so you mentioned writing in other people's worlds. I know that you just have completed something for
yeah,
someone's world.
I just completed my book Reconciled, and that's for the Kern Michael Salvation Society world. So, fans of that will see Jackson and Catherine from her first 2 books in that series. They'll make an appearance. And it's also a crossover. I have a series called Sugar and Spice Inc., and it's 4 sisters who own and operate their own tattoo studio. So, and this is the girl that in the second book they hire to be an apprentice. So, you get see glimpses of some other characters, but it's kind of like her goodbye from that series, and so I'm kind of making the jump to California from Atlanta. So
are you is there gonna be more to this one? I mean,
no, not at the moment. I've thought about maybe doing a follow-up, but it just, I have so many ideas, and there's just so little time, and it's like, can't there be like 2 of me? And
yeah,
but I kind of have an idea of the books I want to finish this year, and tie up some series that I have, so I can move on to newer stuff. So
are you a plotter, or do you pants it?
I would like to say I'm a plotter, but I'll be honest, I'll have a general idea, and when I sit down, the characters are like, no, we're going to do it this way.
Yes.
And you're just going to have to deal with it. And then it's like, okay, great.
and it's hard when they do that to you, because like you see it a certain way, but you can't fight it. You have to go with that voice.
Yes. Yeah, and that is one thing that I've learned over the years too. I didn't have any formal training or anything. It was just kind of I was working at the hospital and had an idea for a book and completed it. I mean, I wrote it was like 96,000 words.
Wow.
And I was just thrilled that, it's terrible. And it's one of those books that I like to read now, because it's like, okay, I've gotten better.
Yeah, yeah.
But, but I did it. And they say that a lot of times, that's the thing, is people will start writing and never finish. So I was like, okay, I finished my first book. And then I wrote Starting Over, which was my first book to get published. And then that was all she wrote. It was just like, why did I not know about this? 15 years ago, when, I was kind of like, what am I going to do with my life?
Yeah.
Because I just, I love it. It's therapy, and but so my dog.
So your first book, you didn't publish it?
No, I actually wrote it to enter it in the Golden Hearts contest for the Romance Writers of America.
So
really bad.
Well, and I mean, like you said, it's like you go back and read your first and you realize how you improve over time, which is great because, we get better. That's
right.
Hope. But
right.
So, with 26 books, is there one that's your favorite or one that you are closest to?
I think the one that I had the most fun writing was Security Breach. It's the first in Rogue Security and Investigation, and I'd actually written it as a novella first, and it ended on a cliffhanger, and it was through the publisher that some of my stuff is through, and I thought, nothing will ever come of this, and then I thought, I kind of want to finish that. In 6 weeks, I wrote it. Like,
oh, wow.
From where I left it off until the end, it took me like 6 weeks. That's the fastest I've ever written a book. And I mean, I just loved every word. And I think it's a pretty popular series of mine. I need to finish it. But yeah, it was just a lot of fun, because, who doesn't love to write, over the top alphas and,
right.
And the sassy heroines that don't, put up with it. And,
yeah.
And the fact that, it's one of my favorite tropes, which is secret baby. So,
yeah.
Yeah. And, there's quite a bit of an age gap, and he works for her father. So, but they didn't know each other when they had a one night stand. So,
oh, wow.
So, yeah.
So, like, there's a lot of fun in that then.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So,
is there a particular genre you like to write in, or a certain trope that you feel pulled more towards?
I mean, definitely, more of just the, straight contemporary romance and stuff. I've always, because I love reading all of it, paranormal, dark. I mean, sometimes it's like I should have my brain bleached for reading this stuff, but, if it's a good story, I can deal with whatever is in it. I don't know if I could write those myself. I just I like I like to write the happier, not terrible angst, but, enough to, to, create some tension, but, just, contemporary. I've been doing a lot more like new adult recently, definitely single parents and secret babies.
If things start opening up, is there any signings that you plan to or hope to do between now and next year?
I have two. Authors Rocking Little Rock, I think is what it's called, which was supposed to be last year, but obviously it was canceled. And then it was supposed to be this year, but to be on the safe side, they were pushing it till next year. And then Naughty in Nashville.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah. So those are the only ones that I really have planned so far. I did fill out an interest form for one in Rome.
Well, and I know that, it's been hard. I think, I think obviously everybody's in the same pandemic. Everybody's experiencing it in different ways, and
right.
Readers, they're, our biggest cheerleaders. So what is your engagement with your readers been, through all of this? I mean, since there are no signings happening, we're having to find other ways to, reach out, engage, stuff like that. What has your engagement been?
I've tried to be more present on Facebook, but, sometimes that's so hard because, sometimes you'll post something, and I find that, like, asking readers a question, what type of books would you like to see from me? And sometimes those will get amazing participation. And sometimes it's like, did anybody see that I, you know, it's
right.
And now I hear more stuff, you know, about groups, and it's like,
yeah.
So I've been trying to put more stuff on Instagram. I've recently fallen down the TikTok rabbit hole.
I haven't done it yet. Aside from the, I know you said that you finished already your story that's going into the other world.
Yes.
And then are you finished with your other story that you've been working on, or is that one still in progress?
Well, I have about 4 that are in progress. But I actually, besides the Corinne Michaels world, I'm actually working on my next contribution, and that is to Aurora Rose Reynolds' Happily Ever Alpha series. So I'm working on that one right now. So if you're familiar with her books, the Until series, until July. So he's a biker, and that's been fun, but a little bit of a challenge because I don't normally write that stuff.
Yeah.
So, you know, the coarser language, of course, I've got a potty mouth. I won't lie.
I do too. Yeah.
But,
yeah.
You know, so I mean, that's not it, but you know, just, you know, the biker lingo, and
yeah.
But so, you know, that's
stepping out of your comfort zone too, which is always good.
Absolutely. And you know, and I hope readers really enjoy that, and I guess get the same feel as, you know, the other books that have come out as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But yeah.
So the next release date that you've got coming out is what?
Is Reconciled.
Okay.
So that comes out March 7th.
Okay.
So yeah, but just have just going to do some takeovers, and, you know, and hopefully, you know, get people excited about it, and get the ARCs into my ARC team, their hands this weekend. So hopefully they'll read it and they'll enjoy it. So
that's awesome. Yeah. And do we already have a cover for this one? I think I saw the cover.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
And of course I don't have a physical copy yet because you know, lovely Amazon waits, and makes you wait until the book is live.
Yes, otherwise you get that nice little proof banner on it.
Right, I know. So it's like, do I even want to, you know, order one of those? It's like, no, I want the real thing.
So is it going to be everywhere, or is it going to be exclusive to Amazon?
It's going to exclusively with Amazon, so it'll be Kindle Unlimited as soon as it's released.
Okay.
And I think as far as the paperback, I think it'll just be on Amazon as well. So I try not to get too excited about, you know, because it's like the nerves start to kick in, and it's like,
yeah.
But now that I'll be at work the day it comes out, I believe. So
there you go. That's going to take some of it off.
Yes. So
distraction.
Yeah, for sure. So that's March 7th.
Well, thank you so much for taking some time out and doing this, visiting us on the chapters today. And I can't wait for your new book.